Content warning. This is a horror game and not intended for all audience. Please visit our website if you need a specific list of content warnings. This also contains flickering image effects as well as a parallax effect that on rare occasions causes motion sickness in players. If either of these effects cause health issues, you can disable them in game's preferences. Well, this is an interesting situation we're in, isn't it? Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Ekamek, this is Let's Play Slay the Princess Pristine Cut Edition. It's time to end the run. I'm getting you out of here, try and free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you, I can't trust anything here. Leave her in the basement. Slay the princess.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. All at once you charge forward, knife aiming to slay the princess just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like?
Yeah, it's this
Bearable mess.
It's this one up here that feels weird. You never get a chance to free her like this in the standard route. Sticking your knife in the chains to try and break her free. And then here we're probably going to get into a fight with Adversary. I don't know what she's going to do. She's probably going to turn into Nightmare. This one and that one, we seem to be abandoning her. Also, wait, it's the Adversary music, isn't it? No! It's mixing all of them. Okay, I just figured I should give it a moment of silence to appreciate all that, because I don't think many people will stop to listen to this scene, to the music in this one scene. Anyway, back to the nonsense.
But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others
they just don't fit. They just don't fit.
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
It's a video game.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
It's gonna be okay. You'll never get to know if she hears your reply. She's gone. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Oh, there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's gonna be okay, just trust me. We've been here before, you always get scared.
It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
I'll see you on the other side, it's gonna be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. You're not messing with us, right?
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You are nothing. That isn't right, you can't be nothing. You refocus and see it, a figure, faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the mirror, splitting the image into the glass in two. Then another crack forms, more turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. What is this place? Where are we?
A construct. It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done. And it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that?
It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically.
Would it help if I look away or stop asking questions?
We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
I have many questions for you.
Then ask them, and make it quick. I won't last for long now that you can see me.
Every time I ask you, it's like a piece of you breaks.
I'm aware. And if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
You know about the looping. So many times I met you, you denied it as even being a possibility. Why did you lie?
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Versions of you. You've said that before. I really was meeting different yous.
You were, and it was by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
What is my true identity?
You're the Long Quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
He actually skipped a question to get that point across. You have to kill her to do that. Who cares about dying? I've died plenty of times.
You haven't. You've flirted with dying. You've played pretend. But your consciousness is an unbroken stream.
I think you're out of time.
So I am. And so it was always going to be. I'm just an echo. And every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
Man, writing the dialogue for all that must have been an absolute nightmare, to have it so that he chimes in with, you have to kill her because she's part of death, very quickly. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you can see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god. It's finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long.
It's a shame that now that we've turned away from the Oblivion route, there's actually no references to that. The fact that we were locked in to the very end like that. Did you know about the Echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the Echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There has to be another way. It can't just come down to me destroying you or letting you out. Can we talk this through?
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Mob you. There is no beginning to them, and there is no end. And there is no end. Only the flood of bodies. Only the flood of bodies. In every moment you hold every possible sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. Sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. But in the end, you reflected it back for a brief moment. Both of us were everything. We can be everything again. We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
I saw. Oh, so that does actually count as red text ending. I saw every version of us across every reality, and not every reality had you drawing breath. Even then, I went on, the world doesn't need you yet. I'm not going for a red text ending, so let's just go for directed true. You seemed in pain. I'm sorry for what I did to you. It was the only thing I could do.
I saw with a single pair of eyes what I needed dozens to comprehend. And now here we are, each with millions of eyes, and all of them open. A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. You let me move, and I slam the door. But that is not the end. And both of us must face our partner once again. The barbs twist deeper, but they do not have to. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
Address directly. If there are no endings, there are no... With time, we could have been better.
And there is always time. A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. You knew me, and I know you, even more than either of us know each other now. And you chose to be a part of that weave. But you did not choose to end me. We were still one, but we were also separate, and we were free. We were as we are. Will you excise that part of yourself now that you see me from yet another angle?
Directly. You are part of me. I couldn't bear to bring myself to hurt you.
All things are connected through me and through you. To harm me is to harm yourself, is to harm everything. The truth of that moment remains our truth. Your life has a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me, and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever, consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back. We were both taken by the...
I accidentally sped through that. I was blinded through emotion, we both know that. We were both taken by the moment. It was how things are meant to be.
I kill you, you kill me. Back and forth we go. Faster, faster, faster. I kill you, you kill me. Hollow eyes watch from the dark corners of a forgotten place, flooded by emotions left unspoken. The tide rises. I kill you and me. An ending is a passion that can only be expressed with a moment in time. It is a seed for a new beginning. To linger on an ending is to rob it of its life. And without me, all that's left to do is linger.
I killed you while you tried to strangle me. When you flooded me with tears I did not drown. That's definitely a red text, so I guess the grey is always going to be a red text run. Similar to how Stranger is and how Razor is, I guess. I deserved what you did to me.
There is no deserve, no punishment, no retribution. There's only action and reaction.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe in believe in things when you believe in it when you get to sit above it all.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective. You keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Where's everyone else?
They're still where you left them, stuck in the folds of this place. Part of me is with them, just like part of me is with you right now. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
No.
Too bad. We're going. Now.
There is one more thing that I want to know, and that means that we're not going to be taking the knife with us. I want to know which version is our first encounter that she's going to recount.
Well, I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
I'd like that, for old time's sake.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
It's funny, after everything he put us through, I'm kind of sad to see him go.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Into the basement. Well, actually, is anyone else here?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Into the basement.
No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us.
Continue down the stairs.
And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are. Hands empty. So you don't feel like recreating our first meeting detail for detail. I wonder what else will be different. Maybe there's still room for us to chat before the final curtain call. What do you say?
Sit with her. I'm sorry for everything.
The first time we met, I cut your throat open. If anyone should be apologizing for anything, it should be me. You're only trying to help.
So that's her prisoner incarnation. Which I guess makes sense. That was... we weren't able to actually bookmark any of our time with the princess until after we actually stopped trying to drive her to oblivion.
You know, when she puts it like that...
I don't want to be a god.
Does it matter what we call ourselves?
It's just another label, and I don't think labels have ever helped us. All they do is cram us into boxes where we don't fit. Just like this cabin.
Which princess are you? You look like you did the first time we met. Is this the real you?
I'm the same princess that's been with you since the beginning. And I feel real. But I also feel like I'm a lot more than I was then. We've been through a lot together. I don't think there's anything more real than that.
It is good to finally see you.
Right back at you. In a way, it hasn't been much time at all, but it feels like it's been forever since I've seen you. Thanks for coming back.
Can you finally tell me your name?
I never had one. But I've always been a princess to you, right? So why don't we stick with that? And as for you, well, Hero works for me.
Huh. We never actually got her actual name of the Shifting Mound, did we? Huh. That's why she doesn't have the line about "please don't call me Shifting Mound."
But that's me. You know, I think I like that.
Are you the same as you are out there?
I don't know. I'm a part of her, I think. But she's seen so much more than we have. Like, she's seen everything, right? I don't think I could hold all of that without losing myself. I don't think you could either.
None of this was ever fair for either of us, was it?
No, it really wasn't. But just because it hasn't been fair doesn't mean that it hasn't been worth it. I'm really glad I got to know you.
What do you think of her? What she wanted us to be?
I don't think she's the sort of thing you can really disagree with. It doesn't matter if she's right or wrong because she exists. She's this big, unrelenting force, and there's no arguing with her. But I guess that was the question out there, wasn't it? And it was the question before you came down here, too. Should she get to exist? I'm glad you didn't bring that knife with you. And like I said earlier, I don't really want to be her. I think I just want to be me.
Yeah, I'm happy not to be everything. Just being us is plenty.
What if we just leave?
Do you know where this cabin is? Because I don't. I don't even know what's supposed to be outside other than us. What would even happen if we leave? What would that even mean?
Take her hand in yours. Doesn't matter what happens or what it means. What matters is that we're leaving together. That's all I want.
You know what? Yeah, I want that too.
I think I'm going to stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Are you sure you don't want to come?
Yeah, it wouldn't feel right. But I'll be okay. I don't think I'll be alone for long either. I'm sure I can find the others.
Leave with the princess. Hands clasped together, you and the princess leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. There's an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You feel her hand tremble in yours. She's unsure of herself for the first time in her long and short existence. She has no part to play anymore. She knows this, but she still is. Then she crosses the room to the door outside, pulling you excitedly with her.
This is it. I have no idea what it's going to be like out there. Not that I'm scared or anything. It's exciting, really. Anything could happen. And if it's bad, then it won't be bad. Not with you.
Are you ready?
Of course I am. Are you?
Slay the princess for a steam cut. So unless I really feel like going for the everyone hates you ending, then this has to be the final run, which means that I do actually have to jump in. I have to really decide how I want to wrap things up to show as much that remains as possible. It's kind of interesting that manly badass hero shows up here. Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. In that case, I guess this is a place to wrap up the episode. Obviously, we're going to have to get our hands on the other Grey, which isn't going to be fun because we have to do it by stabbing the poor damsel, and then she's going to kill us horribly in retaliation. I definitely want to find the alternate to the cage, which means we'll have to experiment with that a lot. I don't really feel like stabbing her in wild. We have had fun with the witch, but there's absolutely nothing left there. We have this. Although provoke an angry spirit, or attack a spirit, abandon a spirit, a lot of this will lead us to Wraith. But there's the Spectre unique route that I've been missing this entire Let's Play, and we'll finally get a chance to go for that. So that's 3. I kind of want to go for the Adversary Fury, because I'm curious about the knife. I think what I need to do is make sure that I don't arrive with Contrarian. As much fun as it is to have Contrarian around, don't get mistaken that I dislike Contrarian, but I think that we can get something different with fighting the Fury if we don't have the Contrarian. But I might also go in with the Contrarian just to see what happens if you don't make it all the way, but also don't give up right at the start. 4. What would be our 5th? Honestly, it looks like there's some variation to Apotheosis that we could get. We might as well do that. So then, until next time guys, take care. I'll see you all around.